This is your no BS guide on how to learn Clay.com in under 10 minutes. I promise you that by the end of the video, you will be able to generate your own leads and grow your business using Clay. First thing to know is that when you're using Clay, there are two phases. The first one is the exploration phase and the second one is the implementation phase. In the exploration phase, you will need to invest time in order to understand what you can get out of Clay. I'll let you know what you can get out of Clay today. Then when you are starting using Clay, you can start implementing it. The first thing to know is that Clay have 4 different functionalities. The first one is to source companies, source leads, source triggers. The second one is to enrich data that you can get from different data providers like Apollo, like Lucia, and be able to get phone numbers, being able to get emails, LinkedIn profiles data, companies data, and more. You will be able to process that data using AI and using formulas to qualify leads, to create personalized messages, to create personalized images, and being able to do all the things that you are doing right now manually, but automatically and at scale. And the fourth thing that Clay can do is integrate all the data that you're getting from those workflows to any external tool that can be your CRM, an email sequencer tool, or whatever data source that you want to plug into your workflow. When you create a new account on Clay, you will see this dashboard with all your possible tables and as well all the possible folders that you can create. You can create a new table by clicking here and click on workbook. First of all, we'll need to see that in the left bar, you will see all the options to source data from Clay, and you have more options if you click on more sources. Most used functions are the find companies, find people, import from CSV, connect your HubSpot account or your Salesforce account. You can also monitor job changes, you can monitor promotions, you can monitor new hires. You even are able to get data from an Apify actor, which is an scraper that you can be able to create different solutions to scrape different databases and websites. You can also scrape X profiles, you can also scrape Instagram users. There are many use cases that you can perform using Clay. Today we're going to see how you can create your own first table of leads that you can start connecting into your sequencing tool and start sending to any cold email campaign. So first of all, you need to find companies. So in here you will find a list of filters that you can implement right away to be able to get the list that you like. Let's say we want to get software companies, software development, software mobile, software IT, custom software development, also data security. We can also select how many employees we would like to target, let's say above 11 and up to 100 employees. And we want them to add a location. We want them to be in the United States. Let's just click on preview companies and you will be able to see all the possible results that Clay can bring you. So let's say we want to import this list. We just need to click on that and then continue for free and you will be able to import that list in this new table. Right now we're seeing the data of all these companies. First thing to know is that probably you would like to qualify those companies even more. So in this process of qualifying, you will get into the second step of processes that you can do in Clay that are the enrichment processes. Let's go and create a new enrichment and let's find and enrich those companies. In this case, we'll like to get more data about the company using just the LinkedIn URL. We just kind of select the data that we like and then save and run. So let's run for 10 rows. You can use those results for qualification. You can use those results to create personalized messages and so on. After you getting this data, there are 2 ways of qualifying them. One way would be to create a formula, and in Clay you have the capability to create formula based on your AI prompts. Let's look for companies that have over 500,000 followers. If you click on that, the Clay formula creation feature will create the formula here for you, so you don't have to learn how to code to be able to create those formulas. And here you'll see that right now we have created a formula column with a checkbox that can be used to qualify companies. As easy as just going to the filters and then selecting that column that is over 500,000 and click on check, and now you are seeing only the companies that are qualified. Another way to do that is using the conditional run. So I would like to find leads for those companies that have over 500,000 followers. If you click on view all enrichment, you will be able to see all the possible enrichments and integrations you have in Clay. Let's say we'd like to enrich company data with more information. I like to know the site traffic, so you have the possibility to know how many persons are visiting that website just by using this similar web integration or store leads integration or SEMrush integration. This is kind of a waterfall in which if the first provider find the data for you, then the second one won't run, so you can save those credits. In this case, you can just run it for the ones that are qualified because they have more than 500,000 followers on LinkedIn. For all of them, we found the traffic on their website and we can even use that to qualify further and to target only companies that have over 5 million visit traffic. Another function that you have the capability to build in Clay is the use AI function. Using the AI function, you will be able to process data that you already have in your table or scrape more data from any website that you like. In this case, you just need to create a new column that that's called use AI, and then select the use case. You have 3 different use cases. The first one is a scraper, the second one is to create images, and the third one is to process any data that you already have. Let's go with content creation and manipulation, and you will be able to create your own prompt like print me true if this site traffic is over 5 million. And you just select the data source and it will create a new column for you if you run it. Using AI, you will be able to create not only qualification processes like this one, but also you can create personalized messages, you can create personalized images like I told you, and many other use cases. So now that you know how to use formulas and how to use AI to create qualification process, first of all, let's create a new column with the qualification here. With this qualification that we're gonna change the format here, you can change the format of any column. In this case, I want to change it to a checkbox, and now I have another checkbox in here. I can select the filter and add another filter here just to know that they are qualified, because not only they have above 500,000 followers, but also above 5 million in site traffic. Right now we're seeing the 3 companies that are qualified for my purpose, and then I would like to find leads from those companies. So you can just click on actions, and then you can click on find people at these companies. And this feature will create you a new filter in here that, as you can see, if you scroll down a little bit, it will select the same table name and it will map the column that has the data that it will start to search for. So in this case, it's the company LinkedIn URL, but you can also select the company domain to run this search. And it will select also the view that you are seeing. So this view has these filters applied, so it will find leads from all the companies that are qualified. So if I click just in preview people, I will see all the people that work in those companies that are on LinkedIn and Clay had it in the database. I can just use that list, or I can narrow down the list by job title, and let's say as easy as selecting owners, partners, and C-suite, I'll be able to find those decision makers I would like to pursue. So now I have a list of 12 people, and if I click on here, I can create a new table with all those leads in Clay. Now, as you can see, I'm narrowing down the process. Of course, you can build databases as huge as 50,000 rows in Clay, and in Clay you will be able to not only find leads but also find their contacts. There's a great feature in Clay that's called the waterfall enrichment. If we click on SEO enrichment and I select work email in here, you'll notice that it says waterfall. That means that you will run one search in one external provider, and if that provider didn't found the data that you like, it will run the second search in the second provider, and so on. So you can select any provider you like. There are many providers that are already connected into Clay. Now let's say that that's okay, and if you would like to change the order of provider, just drag and drop it and click on save, and you can run for 10 rows. That will increase coverage of the emails that you get, but also reduce the cost of finding those emails. So now that you have the emails of those people, that the first people that would like to get, you can use Clay to use AI, and you can use the Claygen. Claygen is a feature in Clay that will get you the capability to research the web. So I would like the Claygen to scrape Google and find some relevant personal information about this guy who works at company name that I want to use as relevant in an email. Now that I have that prompt created, you can even go further along and use this feature that is really useful to help you improve your prompts. If you click on generate, this feature will improve your prompt to get more results or better results in any case. So you don't have to learn how to prompt. This feature is really useful. Let's check it out that this column is okay. Let's map it again, company name, and the same applies here, and that's it. Then save and run it, and it will start sending this AI agent into the web, and it will find all the data about that person, and you can use that data to draft your emails. And as you can see here, I get the first result that this person is located in Paris, is the co-founder and chief of technology. We don't have the work email, but we already have it because we run the waterfall enrichment, and we have also the last name of the person. We can scrape any other information that can be relevant. Let's say you would like to have any recent news. You can also use the Claygen to scrape recent news from those leads, and using that data, you will be able to create personalized messages. It's just as easy as using this AI to be able to craft messages. And the last part, let's say we want to send that data into a sequencing tool. Let's say you want to send those leads into a smart lead campaign. You only need to click on add enrichment, and then find Smart Lead, click on add lead to campaign. If you are in Smart Lead, just create a new campaign and then create a sequence. And here you can even use the full copy, and you can create a variable like any of these ones, but with only the message that you want to send. So let's say mail here, and then the subject line. Subject line can also be a variable that you can type it like subject line. So after you get the copy of the email, you select the senders. Let's say you want to send just by using this email address, and then then you can schedule the campaign, run it wherever you like. Let's say New York, let's say that, and then save and start the campaign. Now we have a new campaign. Let's call this campaign Clay campaign. And now that you're already full setup, you can go here again and select your Smart Lead account connector. And after that, you can select the campaign that you want to send. Let's say this one, Clay campaign. And finally, you can import every piece of data that you have from this table to the actual campaign. Let's add some custom fields. One was mail, and you can map any column here. So you are able to create a full message using a formula or using an AI column in Clay, and then send the full message using this integration. And also you can send the subject line in the same format as this one. So right now you are able to just click on this, and if you already have the email address of that person, I have it from work email, and we just map it correctly, and we'll start sending those leads into the sequence. You're receiving those leads that we just processed in the campaign here, and then we have the variables that were sent from this part that is no personal information found. This case is just a dummy test, but if you create an AI copy that we can teach you how to do that in another video, you'll be able to fully craft AI automated messages using Clay. The purpose of this video is for you to start using Clay and to learn the basics about Clay. But if you really want to get good at Clay and master the tool, I would recommend you to check out these other videos that we have in our channel. So click on that button and you'll be able to see other 15 use cases of Clay.com that we have developed for you. And if you really want to get better and dominate Clay to be able to create your own end-to-end workflows and master Clay.com, I would see you over there.